It's the last full week of March 2021 and I'm finally back at Magic Kingdom here at Walt Disney World. I've got some fun updates for you. We're gonna ride some rides, have a great day. But of course the first ride is the trek from here at the Ticket and Transportation Center over to Magic Kingdom. It's a bit windy today. All right, pass through security, seamless. We're now in the Ticket and Transportation Center and the choice before us is monorail or ferry boat. Yeah, we're going monorail. Direct service to Magic Kingdom. It's a lot faster. This is my first time experiencing the new system where there are like dividers inside of the trains. So section 21, that's my spot. For a while, the monorails were doing one party per section, and now they can add more parties in because of these dividers. Very interesting. Well, I've still got a window view and no one else is in my section, so going over Disney waterways. Coming up on the Contemporary Resort, the only resort the monorail goes directly inside of. When I left my apartment this afternoon, the sky was gray and yucky, but in the time that it took me to get here, it's blue and beautiful. I'm gonna go ahead and use the pass holder entrance. Thank you. Hello, beautiful Mickey flowers. And hello, train station covering. Blends right in, you'd never know. Oh look, they've added a new poster here. We have performers up on the platform. That's a great way to be greeted into the park. Every time I get to Main Street USA, I do this walk. I just can't help myself. One of the first updates I have for you today is at the end of Main Street USA at Cinderella Castle. So we're making our way there. We're walking right down the middle of Main Street, USA. I love that it's turned into a sunny blue day. It makes me very cheerful. Well, as I was making my way to the castle, a cavalcade started, the Princess Cavalcade. Well, now that the Royal Princess Cavalcade has passed, I can show you an update here on Cinderella Castle. In October 2021, Walt Disney World will be celebrating its 50th anniversary. Disney has announced some of the plans and released some artist renderings of what the castle will look like for that celebration. And some of the decor is already going up. Like this right here. This royal adornment. They've also drained the moat. They use these cranes for workers, painters, anyone doing any sort of work on the castle to lift them up high enough to paint or do whatever bits of work that they need to do. There's construction going on here on the stage as well. Looks like they're just giving it a nice fresh redo. While I was up near the castle, I heard the Main Street Philharmonic coming. Here they come. They're the best. As soon as they started playing Ursula's song, the sky started getting gray again. Oh, ominous. I always love walking into Magic Kingdom Park, but when I walk in and there's characters up on the train station, a Princess Cavalcade, the Main Street Philharmonic marching band going by, that's a pretty great way to start the day. I'm also hungry, as usual, so we're gonna ride some rides and we're also gonna find some yummy food today. Right now I'm in the central hub. We've got Adventureland over there, Frontierland over there, Tomorrowland over there, and Fantasyland over there. And now the question is, which way to start? I think we'll start with the only logical choice. Starbucks. I love that even the Starbucks on Main Street USA is themed kind of like turn of the century. All right, quick and easy. Whoa, wrong way, I pushed the door. That's okay. I stopped into the Tomorrowland Terrace Relaxation Zone, and this is an area with designated space where you can remove your mask, you can bring in food or drinks, but you don't have to, you can just chill. We've got the purple wall behind us. We're gonna make our way to Tomorrowland afterwards, but I brought my Starbucks in here to enjoy it before we move along because you can't really walk and drink Starbucks at the moment. I'm so glad that Disney World has these relaxation zones where you can sit down, remove your mask. If you have a drink or food, you can bring them in to eat them, but you don't need to. You can just be in this area in your designated spot. It's all socially distanced, and just sort of breathe free for a little bit. It's a nice break from wearing the mask all day, and you often have a really good view like this one, where I've got a view of Cinderella Castle, and I can see Tomorrowland behind me, and I can hear the Tomorrowland music playing in here, which I love this music. I love it. I love the Tomorrowland music. That's definitely a pro tip I can give you if you're visiting the parks, especially as we move towards the warmer months, is find those relaxation zones. Since right now at the moment you can't walk around with a beverage drinking, you have to be stationary, these are the perfect spots. This is also currently the only way to take a castle pic without your mask on that I know of that's like okay and allowed by Disney, because I'm inside the relaxation zone. So even though I'm probably a silhouette right now, you can control that a little more with the camera when you take photos, if you so want to. All right, I think we've relaxed enough. Let's get to Tomorrowland. I can definitely feel in the air that it is gonna rain soon. I can just feel it. My lumbago's acting up. Coming out of that area, we're right next to the classic purple wall, and then right next door is the fancy spruced up purple wall. I'm glad we got a little bit of bright blue today because it's gray again, but it's still really beautiful. Look at the dragon right there. You can only see that from certain angles in the park. And here's the other part of the purple wall that was painted up a few years ago, so they're right next to each other. You can still get a classic purple wall pic or a fancy new purple wall pic. We are in Tomorrowland. There's the People Mover train. It's just sitting on the track right now. I've seen it testing so many times over the past like 2 or 3 months. At first I got excited every single time thinking it was gonna open soon, but now I think it'll open when it opens. And I'll be thrilled when it does. There's a train also right up there. They're just stationary right now. Let's start out with something exciting. A little high-speed drive on the Tomorrowland Speedway, only a 15-minute wait. We've got a view of Tron from here, and we're gonna get a closer view once we're on the track driving. But that white sort of skeleton cage you see there, that's gonna be a canopy. It's already looking a little rusty over there, but I imagine they're gonna clean and sparkle everything up. There's gonna be a canopy over the ride that looks super cool. This ride does already exist in Shanghai, so we can get a clear picture of what it looks like by Googling it. Or, you know, if you've been to Shanghai. Yeah, okay, got my car. All right, it's starting to sprinkle, but hopefully the weather will hold up and we'll have a good, nice, leisurely drive. Nice and leisurely. I've got the pedal to the metal. This is about as fast as it goes. A lovely drive on the Tomorrowland Speedway here at the Magical Kingdom. This is the song that I'm making up while I'm driving today. Ooh, look up ahead. It's Tron Construction, looking cool. People Mover just sitting on the track. I'm gonna hate myself while I'm editing this, aren't I? Here we go. I seriously have the pedal to the metal. Like it's all the way down. I like that you get a view of Cinderella Castle too. Do I have like a super slow car? There's the mother lode view of Tron Construction. Pretty cool looking though. There's Space Mountain, looking beautiful, almost blending into the white sky. We got a fun view of Dumbo here. I wanna go fast. The second you take your foot off the gas, it stops completely. All right, good drive. I did get a little sprinkled on, but I think we got off the ride just in time before it starts to rain. There's also a little like viewing area where anyone who doesn't want to ride but wants to watch can sit and watch the cars go by. There are hand sanitizer pumps when you get off the ride, but I like to head right over by the Star Traders restrooms and wash my hands after anyway. You still working? I just dropped my camera. Oh boy, I am clumsy. It appears to be still functioning though. Hopefully it's fine. I'm so sorry for dropping you. It slipped right out of my hands. I saw it happening in slow motion. I was like, but then I picked it up and like the flash kind of popped up and I was like, oh no! But it seems like it's fine, so we'll continue on with our day. grateful that my camera still works. I know what I've got a hankering for next, and that's a lovely, relaxing ride on the Carousel of Progress. Sometimes you get good luck and the show's starting right when you walk in the line. And that is what happened.
Welcome to Walt Disney's Carousel of Progress. Oh, you're in for a real treat. The Carousel of Progress was Walt's own idea from beginning to end. He loved it. He introduced the show at the World's Fair in New York City in 1964, and since then, the Carousel of Progress has had more performances than any other stage show in the history of American theater. Yeah, it looks like the Robins are getting ready to celebrate Valentine's Day today. What year is it? Oh, right around the turn of the century. It wasn't too long ago we had to carry water from a well. Sarah sure gets to the core of the apple.
But we do have this new wash day marvel. Now it takes me only 5 hours to do the wash. Imagine, it used to take 2 days.
Well, that's progress for you. There goes Schwartz in his upmobile. He sure loves that horn. Whoa there, you'll blow a fuse.
We decided we're going as George and Martha Washington, dear.
Oh, Father.
Calm down, Rover. He calls it air cooling. Too bad he's not reading the help wanted ads.
No privacy at all around this place.
Sorry, Orville. Tomorrow, and tomorrow's just a dream away. Well, it's another Halloween here in the fabulous 40s. Gives Rover and me more time to enjoy our evening stroll together. The rat race. Did you ever hear that one? It sure describes my life. I'm involved in something now called commuting. I drive into the city for work all day and then turn right around and drive all the way back. And the highway is crowded with fellow rats doing the same thing.
That's what they call progress, dear.
Yeah, I guess she's right.
Yes, John, you're a genius. Of course, this will ruin my food mixer. Not that you'd care.
Oh, good old Sarah. Always the last laugh. What happened, Sarah?
Oh, you and your progress. That paint mixer of yours just sloshed paint across my room. A room.
And when it becomes a reality. Laser blaster? Well, I'll give it a try.
Take a look around, Grandma. You're in the ship.
Feels like I'm really there.
Hey, everybody. I'm done programming our new voice activation system.
Rover, wait. Temperature to 375.
Temperature increased to 375. Big mode overload. Command error.
John, what's wrong with the oven?
What?
Big mode complete. Enjoy your meal.
Anyone for pizza?
Oh, another Christmas turkey ruined.
Man, what a game. I really smoked those guys.
We hope you've enjoyed this tribute to the 1964 Carousel of Progress.
Always a good time seeing the Carousel of Progress. Love it. Back out in the day. Let's hope it's not raining. Oh, it's gray and cold. Not raining though. Yeah, I spoke too soon. It is sprinkling. It's sprinkling this tiny, cold, yucky sprinkle. So I'm gonna hustle to somewhere. I don't know where. It's gonna be a surprise. Guess where we're gonna go next, and you'll find out in like a split second. Let's go. Thankfully I have an umbrella. It's cool, like space umbrella. Speaking of space, I would head over to Space Mountain right now, but it's looking like an hour wait with most of the line being outside in the rain. And that tends to happen, I've mentioned before, when it starts to rain or the weather is inclement in any way. A lot of the indoor rides, the lines get really long because everybody wants to get indoors, of course, understandably. So maybe now's a good time to have a little late lunch, early dinner type of situation. I've opened up the Disney app because pretty much everything food-wise, besides like pickup windows, are done through the app, so I can either order food and look for mobile order places, which I just did, or check dining availability. By the way, the Teacups ride has reopened. It was down for a little refurbishment. It's back open. I actually think I'd like to try an Impossible Burger because I've had a few meals recently with this Impossible, basically fake meat. It's vegetarian components that is not meat but meant to be like a meat replacement, and I like it. It tastes really good, but they don't give you the option to put cheese on it, which is understandable because maybe vegetarians wouldn't want to put cheese on. But I'm gonna find out if there's a way to do that. I asked a cast member and they said to just let them know once it says order ready and they will add the cheese, so hopefully this works. At Magic Kingdom, you do have to wait outside of the restaurant once you place your mobile order, and you're just gonna be outside. It might be sprinkling, that's why it's always a good idea to have an umbrella, but you're gonna be outside waiting until your order's ready, and then you're allowed to go inside. Well, it looks like they cannot put cheese on the vegetarian burger, so they just gave me cheese to put on myself, so not ideal, but I'm gonna slap it on while it's warm, and hopefully it'll like warm up in there. So good to know. If you want the vegetarian burger and you want cheese, apparently they won't put it on for you, so they'll just give it to you and you can put it on yourself. Once you pick up your order, you can head over to the condiments bar where you can get salt, pepper, creamer, ranch, honey mustard, barbecue, all sorts of stuff. Napkins, plasticware if you need it. I also got a hot tea because it got chilly out, and I got a front row seat to Sunny Eclipse. I also asked for pickles and onions in the app, and they give them to you separately to add on, just like it used to be at the toppings bar. Some onions going. Thought they'd be like the onions rings. That would be a lot better for a burger, but take what I can get here. This is an Impossible Burger. It's a veggie burger. Let's try it out.
The asteroid belt. They're invisible. I call them my space angels.
It's good. It's perfectly adequate. It's not as good as some of the other Impossible dishes I've had, but it's still fine, perfectly fine. A theme park veggie burger. I'll take it. This is like the best dining entertainment at Magic Kingdom right now. Sunny Eclipse.
I mean, your sun is 109 times the diameter of Earth. How can something that big disappear at night? I stayed up all night last night trying to figure it out. And you know what? It finally dawned on me.
Bye, Sunny and Space Angels. Woo! Look at this regal duck. He inspires me to like stand up straight. The Cinderella wishing well is always surrounded by guests, so I rarely get a look at it. It's so nice right now we can. You see those are the birds, Cinderella's friends, and then her other friends, the mice, down here at the bottom. I'm now walking up on the other side of the castle, and we can see more of the 50th anniversary decor and adornment to the castle. Disney has called the theming of each park's icon for the 50th anniversary an iridescent look. Ear as in, you know, Mickey ears, and iridescent as in sparkling and colorful and iridescent. So you can see these are deep blue gems, blue and gold trim, hanging from the castle. I really think it's really pretty. And check this out. They've already turned the lights on so you can see the blue lights shining on the castle. It's slowly getting darker, not quite sunset yet. I love seeing the window at the top all lit up. And here's a brief moment of the back side of Cinderella Castle. I love Prince Charming's Regal Carousel. It's so much fun. I ride it every once in a while, and I always fully enjoy it. The renovation construction scrim that was up over It's a Small World is down. The facade is out in the open looking beautiful with the lamps. However, there is a new construction renovation type of scrim right over here by Peter Pan's Flight. This whole area is always kind of a bottleneck, but it used to be back in the day that you could ride It's a Small World no problem. Now the line has been intensely long. Obviously part of that is social distancing and cleaning the boats and spacing out seats, but I feel like the line has gotten significantly longer for It's a Small World than any other ride since pre-park closure and reopening. I wonder if we can ride a favorite. Either the ride is down or there's no line. It looks like there's just no line. This is amazing. 5 minutes. Look at this, we're gonna walk right on. The bride's ring is out now. Sometimes it's covered by something and you can't get to it, but there it is. That's cool. I haven't seen that for so long because this whole part of the interactive queue has not reopened since the parks reopened. You can touch all of this stuff and it does things, but obviously that hasn't reopened yet. So I haven't been able to come over here and see the bride's ring in the pavement. I love when there's like no line at Haunted Mansion. This is the best because I can take my time and look at all the queue elements. This is my favorite attraction here at Magic Kingdom and probably at all of Walt Disney World. This is like the ultimate, my first favorite. I love it.
Foolish mortals, to the Haunted Mansion. There's no turning back now. Now, as they say, look alive. Welcome, foolish mortals, to the Haunted Mansion. There's no turning back now.
This is awesome. This is like a dream. This is amazing. Thank you, sir.
Cool down on the safety bar, please. Holiness, bright lights, only ghost stories, of course.
Greetings they are by ringing the bell.
Even the hallway you exit into, I love. I love it. Always some nice spooky fun on Haunted Mansion. It's now 8 p.m. So we have 1 hour until the park closes. What to do, what to do. Just to do a full circle around the park and make my way over to Adventureland. I wanted to pop over to this area to check out this mural. It's new-ish, but I haven't been out to see it yet. It's Orange Bird and the sunshine, a Dole Whip and a heart. It's so cute, and you can find that here next to Sunshine Tree Terrace, where you can also purchase a Dole Whip. I'm just kind of walking around the park, soaking in the nighttime atmosphere. It's so magical and so serene. The crowds are so low today. I really want to do one more ride, so let's try to do something super magical. 25-minute line for Big Thunder Mountain Railroad. Let's do it. This is awesome. What is even happening right now? This is amazing.
For your safety, remain seated with your hands, arms, feet.
Brazos, pies y piernas.
If any of you folks are wearing hats or glasses, best remove them, because this here's the wildest ride in the wilderness.
This is my Big Thunder Mountain Railroad hair. Great fun, and even greater fun because it was a total walk-on. I walked straight onto the ride, and I could hear families around me like talking about how happy they were that it was a walk-on. I heard this one family say, there's nothing like walking straight on Big Thunder Mountain, and I was like, you guys are so right. I love watching it go by too. Always gotta stay high to the geyser. Ever pumping and flowing. Can't forget the other geyser over here. He's like, hey guys. Ooh. Oh. Saw us coming and put on a big show for us. That was so quick that it's 8:38 p.m. and we still have 20 minutes before the park closes. I will say that I am so grateful that we are able to be here at Walt Disney World, enjoy these beautiful nights at Magic Kingdom and the other parks and resorts. But the one thing I really miss is fireworks. Because at this time of the night, on a regular night, before a year ago, we would have been seeing fireworks about this time or very close to this time. And sort of like in the back of my head, some part of me is still like waiting for fireworks. Like when this time of night, it just instinctually kicks in that I'm like, oh, let me find a spot to watch the fireworks from. And I'm like, oh, there's no fireworks. Still thrilled to be here, but it's just like one of those things where it's like, gosh, it'll be so amazing when fireworks return to the parks. Like, I don't know if we're anywhere near that, but hopefully it's just gonna be so incredibly special when it happens though. Knock on wood. I love fireworks. Like I love them anywhere. It doesn't have to be at Disney. I love them anywhere. Last year, SeaWorld did some awesome 4th of July fireworks, and if they do them this year and if I'm in town, I will probably and hopefully be there. It's a small world after all. 20 minutes finally, let's do it. Ooh, there's still a pretty hefty line, but you know what? It's the end of the night. I've been wanting to ride this. Let's ride it. It's been so long since I've been in here. This ride just makes me smile. Like, I feel like you can't ride this and not smile. Well, I guess you could, but why would you? I think I see why it's so slow loading. It looks like they're only loading 2 parties per boat, and there's no plexiglass in these boats to divide up and add more parties, which I'm actually really okay with. I would honestly rather wait a little bit longer and get to enjoy this ride without plexiglass and all that glare that kind of really interferes with the prettiness and enjoyment of a ride than them do that. So it's a trade-off, but I'm good with this. What do you think? Would you rather them add plexiglass and like the line be shorter like some other rides? I also do think it depends. Like some rides, it just has to be done, or else the line would be far too long and no one would be able to ride. But for this, rides like this, I think it doesn't have to be done, and I think it's better without it. So let me know your opinion. Well, I guess some of the boats do have plexiglass. Interesting. Heading to row number 12, the very last row. I'm happy. Here we go. Whoa! You kind of like bounce when you first start. Welcome to the happiest cruise that ever sailed. One of my favorite things to do in this ride is to watch the ride through the reflections in the water. Of course, also look at the actual little audio animatronics. The beautiful Mary Blair style, so unique, so doll-like. And it just adds like a surreal element to watch them in the water. To everyone. There's just so much happening everywhere, not just like at eye level, but up on the ceiling, all the way up, and even things like hanging from the ceiling. Like it's a visual, very visually stimulating, along with the song and the music. At the end of the ride, it says bye in different languages. Adios. And it looks like whatever groups were behind me were the last riders on, because the line is empty behind me, so I got on just in time. Yay! No more line, it's all cleared out. Woo! Well, it's about time to say goodnight to to Magic Kingdom here at Disney World. I still do have to get on the monorail and get back over the Ticket and Transportation Center, but good night, Magic Kingdom. It's been magical. I was here for like 5 or maybe 6 hours, and it was great. I had a wonderful time, and I really hope you had a wonderful time too. Looks like I'll be finishing up this outro on my iPhone because I just ran out of space on my memory card. That hasn't happened for a long time. I did use a really small memory card today, so my bad. But I'll just go ahead and close out then. Thank you all so much for joining me, for being part of all these fun adventures with me. I cover all the fun stuff going on at Walt Disney World, Universal Orlando, everything fun going on in Florida. I have a lot of exciting things coming up, plus travel anywhere I go, anywhere I roam. So please stay tuned for all the cool things. And if you're new here and you enjoyed this, please subscribe to join in all the future fun. I'm sending you all a ton of love and a ton of magic here from Walt Disney World. I'll see you for the next video. And as always, stay enthused. Bye.